Good morning, Dubai, and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show where we take you through the top trending stories of what is happening in and around the city. I'm Simran.
And I'm Shahir. Good morning, everyone.
And today's stories are Dubai school inspections indicate strong well-being provision.
And as well as we have Lisa joining the show after a short break. She is a sound healer and a kinesiologist, super interesting person. And also a family of 5 moved to Dubai after their homes were broken into and cars were stolen. This was back in the UK and they moved to Dubai living their best lives.
Yes, and we'll also be talking about a Kuwaiti activist shouted free Palestine to Israeli travelers at Dubai International Airport. So we'll get into all of those stories first. But is it just me? Is it just me, or are landlords in Dubai getting way too greedy?
They're trying to get you one rent bill at a time.
No, honestly, like you've had an issue with your landlord like a couple months ago and then you had to shift out.
Yeah, which I found out then was illegal.
Yeah, they do a lot of illegal, not they do a lot of illegal stuff. I feel like landlords get greedy and they ask for way too much. And we as tenants, like sometimes don't know what's, where we stand and what is within our rights. So we just fall prey to it. And, you know, we give into it or we move out or we don't check the RERA systems. We don't check with the Dubai Land Department. We don't do any of that. And we're just like, okay, we'll just give into whatever they're requesting.
Yeah, they think we're oblivious to the facts that are at hand or we're not experienced enough to know what our rights are.
Yeah.
So they try and get you. But you're saying all of this for a reason. You're in distress, and can you explain why?
So distressed.
So distressed.
I got an email saying my rent has gone up by 20%. And like usually I pay in 6 checks. Like for 2 years I've been paying in 6 checks. And now it's been reduced to 1 check.
Stop.
1 check. You do the full payment with an increment of like 20%.
Wait, no, I just thought it was a 20%. That's already bad enough. But where are you supposed to get 1 check from?
Yeah, and that too, like checks are usually agreed upon mutual consent.
Yeah.
And then only you can change the number of checks.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like 20% hike plus 1 check. And it's like, I don't think this is legal. I don't think this is like even, you know, like this is what people go ahead with. Because Saguna did her full research and she's like checking the RERA calculator and she's like, your area, like it's only supposed to increase by this much and they're increasing it way too much. And plus they've reduced the number of checks. Like all of this is not right. So it's like, you really need to do your due diligence when it comes to like, you know, new agreements and new contracts.
Yeah. Like you do have all the resources at hand to know how to navigate the sitch.
Yeah.
Only thing is, like, you have to be thorough with your research. You have to be realistic in what you're trying to find and pinpoint the piece of information you're looking for.
Yeah.
Print it all out or screen capture, send it through to your landlord and say, hey, buddy, these are the facts at hand.
Yeah.
Don't try to play me, kid.
But it's a scary situation, right? Because it's like you can fight back with your landlord, but then you are afraid of the landlord just going like, you know what, you have a 1 month's notice, vacate the premises.
Yeah, it just feels like you could be put at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had a similar situation and they're basically homeless now. And I was like, hey, do you need a place to stay? And I felt bad, you know, like it's super scary and you have all your belongings. Like I always make sure I get a furnished place. But if it was unfurnished, imagine having to move out and dealing with each and every item in that place. Like the level of anxiety would be through the roof. Like
that's so true. Literally.
I feel like I'm instilling fears in you right now.
I just don't want to move out. But you were like you fell for this, right? Like your landlord a couple of months ago is just like you have a 20-day notice period, and within that time you were just like out of your apartment. You found a new one.
No, he didn't even say that. He was like, as soon as I sell the place, you're gonna have to find somewhere else.
Yeah.
And my contract was coming to an end, like I had 30 days left, basically.
Yeah, but he did not even give you those 30 days, right?
No, he said, whenever happens, it happens. And he was a nice guy, but like he was a very nice guy. You know, very humble guy, like, very sweet, but he really got me good, like super unfair. Like how they don't match up.
Yeah, they don't match up. And you guys, if you'll have any like rent stories with your landlords that you want to share with us, let us know, DM us or like message us now and we'll go through it. But yeah, it's a
sticky one.
Sticky one for sure. Now, our first story: a Kuwaiti activist shouted "Free Palestine" to Israeli travelers at Dubai International Airport. Kids were involved in this, parents were there. It was not the best sight to see. But a little recap on the Abraham Accords. Now, in 2020, the signing of the Abraham Accords normalized the diplomatic relations among Israel, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco, and Sudan. Now, Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan in 15 September 2022 said that the Abraham Accords were based on a simple premise that diplomacy and communication would promote greater stability, prosperity, and hope. Now, today, we can say that with great confidence that the premise was correct. And we're building a brighter future together by expanding opportunities for our peoples and our people across the region. Now, over the past 2 years, our belief in peace has been us achieving countless milestones, and we have turned plans into concrete action and developed a thriving relationship to help us accomplish our shared strategic objectives. Now, we will continue this work as we deepen the accords and spread their inclusive vision of regional community for progress.
So the UAE is a country that promotes tolerance, acceptance, and stability within the nation and the Middle East. In accordance with the signing of the Abraham Accord in 2020, the UAE believes in peace and tolerance to continue achieving countless milestones.
So, be it any community, religion, race, the UAE strongly believes in tolerance and acceptance of all, and living in complete harmony and coexistence.
Yep. Well said. And moving on to the next story. So, Dubai school inspections indicate strong well-being provision. So, the Dubai Knowledge and Human Development Authority has developed customized summary reports for parents of students enrolled in private schools. The reports outline key findings from the school inspections, including quality of teaching, well-being provision, evaluation of key subjects, and more. The reports are designed to cater to the diverse needs and expectations of parents in Dubai, providing quick and accessible information to help parents choose or compare the best schools for their children.
So for the first time, schools have also been rated on the well-being provision they offer, and the first-year evaluations show that 74% of schools provide high or very high levels of well-being provision, and more than 80% of Dubai schools ensure their students feel constantly positive about their time in school. And customized parent summary reports are available on the KHDA website under each school's directory listing, providing parents with a valuable resource for choosing the right school for their child.
So in the 22-23 academic year, 199 Dubai private schools were inspected, with 77% of students attending schools rated good or better. 6 schools were inspected for the first time this year, and 25 schools improved their ratings since the last inspection cycle. The development of the well-being curriculum, in addition to focusing in areas for many schools.
Exactly. We know how well schools function in Dubai, and that too, like every school have, not every school, like schools have like they have different boards like CBSE, you have IB, you have A levels.
Yeah.
Yet they all function under like the KHDA.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like a standard way of operating. Yeah. And it's so monitored as to like no matter which board you choose, you will be given a very high quality of education.
Yeah.
And there is someone making sure all practices are done in line with KHDA.
Yeah, you have like all these parents coming from all these different countries, and they're familiar to a specific system that works in their country or what they grew up with. And just to have one place that you can go and figure out, oh, okay, these are the curriculums available. Like if you want your kids to study the same thing, or you want a better quality of education that you didn't have yourself for your kid, you can look, assess, analyze, determine what fits for you, your family, the kids, and what type of career they want. That plays a role as well, because let's say your kid wants to go to an art school. I'm not sure if Dubai has, but those sorts of things you can find out through this new report.
Exactly. And KHDA website is always there with all the information that you need 24/7, and plus I think always available on social media for like a quick DM, and they're there to help you out, or like a call away. So
what did you do?
What did I do?
What curriculum did you do?
I was doing IB. It was I think it was IB. Yeah. IB curriculum.
I think it was IB.
Yeah.
What do you mean you think?
I didn't do IB, but like like I don't know, for a second I zoned out, but like I finished till grade 11, and then I joined AUD, so I did a foundation year.
Okay.
In AUD, so I didn't do IB. It was IB.
What? You skipped the last year of school? You're smart? Like what?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But I
Really?
just remember in school how involved KHDA always were. Like we always
Yeah.
had constant like inspections. We had people coming in. We had like new not new curriculums. Yeah, always syllabus.
Like
Like
yeah.
yeah, always introduced to us and explained to us, and was
Mm-hmm.
all just like so gone through thoroughly, which
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of countries around the world like don't have that privilege.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't realize how thorough and involved they are. Like in Oman, we had similar school inspections, and they would just inspect it like as an overall surface level. You
Hmm.
know, they wouldn't really dig deep into the classes, the student well-being, and I think that's what makes Dubai's education system what it is. Because
Yeah.
for me, and I've been here for 2 years, like just seeing like all the kids that come here for these school trips into our office and get involved, like they're so well mannered and curious, and like the sorts of questions that they ask, like the teachers are doing a good job.
Yeah,
So
very true. Very,
yeah.
very true. And it's brilliant. Like they have these mystery inspections,
Mm-hmm.
or like they'll have like both the kinds where they actually
Yeah.
are informed, like teachers are informed, so they put on their best behavior.
Yeah.
You know, like that's when all the posters go up behind the on the billboards.
No, you said
Billboards.
mystery inspection. I'm imagining like fake glasses, a fake mustache, and a hat, and someone from the KCA just going like, walking
How
around the
mysterious
school.
could that?
Everyone's like, who is this person? They call the police. There's a stranger, only for the police to come and go like, oh, you're from the KCA. And it'd be one awkward situation. I created a whole scenario in my head.
You really did. In those 5 seconds,
Yeah,
I think a whole movie was running through your mind.
100%.
Okay, our next story is very, very, very interesting. So, a family of 5 moved to Dubai after their homes were broken into and cars were stolen in the UK. So, there's a lot of love to Dubai, particularly if you've taken the decision to move here. Perhaps it was the brunch and beach days, tax-free income, safety, or the luxurious lifestyle that was sold to you by Dubai Bling. We all want that life, obviously. Obviously. But whatever the reason brought you here must have been important to you and to prompt you to, like really change your lifestyle from the country you were living in. So this family of 5 felt like they needed to make the same shift somewhere better for their business and ultimately just, a more safer future.
So James Murphy wrote it down in a Twitter thread. James decided to relocate him and his family to Dubai for safety, networking, and taxes. James and his family lived in Australia for 10 years, then relocated to the UK for another 5 years before moving to Dubai. He tweeted, "Unfortunately, the UK is not as safe as it used to be. We had 3 cars stolen between 21 and 22, 2021, 2022, including a home invasion whilst we were sleeping."
And this is shocking to hear, like
Yeah.
how bad crimes can get in some places.
I have stories for you
Okay.
once we finish the story.
Okay, let's read this fast so we can get to Shahid's story. So his number 1 point of moving was safety, saying, "As a father and husband, I need to pray. I need to raise my family in a safe place." Now his second point was networking, saying Dubai is the gateway to the world now. It's a phenomenal place to meet like-minded people, connect with business owners, and pursue new business opportunities. I've made life-changing connections since I've moved to Dubai.
And his final reason was, of course, taxes. James tweeted, "The UAE does not levy a tax on income. I pay 0 tax on everything I earn, which is a huge difference. They are planning to issue a 9% corporate tax in 2023, but personal tax will remain 0 long term." Thank God for that.
Thank God for that, honestly. And this person put it so perfectly in writing as to
Yeah.
like just explaining all the reasons. And there are a million reasons.
Yeah.
But these are the 10 most, not 10, like I think he gave 15 reasons. And it's just like point,
Yeah.
safety. You have tax, you have, like networking actually is a big thing in Dubai.
That
like,
is so true.
like-
Because it's you and all the big boys. Everyone here is fighting to be the best at what they do. So, yeah, totally agree.
And no matter which field you're in, you will always meet like-minded people. You will find your community. It takes a while, if you're new, of course. It's not like in the second week in Dubai, you're just going to have your group and you're going to have your people.
Yeah.
No, it'll take time, networking with the right people. And then you'll eventually find your
people, your crowd. Yeah. And, the thing is, you meet these people and then they continue to inspire you anyway. Because everyone's again, fighting to be the best version of themselves and make something out of themselves. So that's the best part of Dubai. Are you ready for story time? This is so messed up. So there have been two things that happened to me in the UK while I was studying with Adam. Was that a teapot?
Yeah.
Tea time. Okay, so two separate occasions. Once my cousin was sat by a window, okay? My cousin came to visit me from Australia. Really nice catching up with him. The window was shot. Imagine, we called the police. It was a whole scene, like God knows where someone got a gun from. And everyone warned us not to study in the specific city we were in. We didn't listen. And then for me to almost lose my cousin to a gunshot in England when you go there for a better education, that's terrifying. In a separate occasion, we didn't leave our door unlocked one time, and one of my roommates was on a surf trip. So I thought when I heard the door open at like 2 a.m. that everyone was coming back from surf. It was one girl. She literally just walked through the house. Like so many weird things happened throughout that. She went upstairs. I followed her up, speaking to my housemate, and basically I called the police. Police come and she's like, they're holding me hostage. I'm like, I'm literally on the phone with you guys on the other side. So like these things happen, you know, and it's crazy and it's
Oh my God.
like,
it gets so wild out there. Like we really do live in a bubble.
I don't lock my place here and I never think twice. No one comes to my place. You know, but here it's completely different. Here you can do that. There the one time, by the way, the one time we didn't lock our place, someone walked in.
That is like very scary to hear. But like, yeah, same. I very rarely lock my place when leaving because it's like, my sister's at home. So it's like, you don't really need to lock it on the way out. But like, yeah, things like this do happen and it's so scary.
Yeah.
So scary. And like, we have it so good here. Like comparatively, it's so much better. Like, you know, these things won't happen. Like there are CCTV cameras all over the city. Like you just cannot even think of getting away with something like this.
And it's terrifying when you go to another city or another country or another continent for a reason.
Yeah.
And then you have all of these like chronicles and situations happen to you.
That is so scary.
But then when you come to Dubai, on the other hand, you know that's not the case ever. And everyone just praises Dubai for it being a tip-top shape and the most perfect place for everyone to come. That those sorts of considerations are never like a thought in your head.
Yeah. By the way, we do lock our doors.
We do lock our doors.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah. Hello, duh. But yeah, it is so difficult. Like if you live in Dubai, living or even contemplating living anywhere else, it's just like,
is it worth it?
Is it? Like maybe not. I don't know. You guys let us know. But I feel like for me, it's just not gonna happen. Like thinking of living anywhere else after living in Dubai my whole life.
You want the beach, you want the safety, you
everything.
Want zero tax.
Zero tax.
You want the weather.
I want, everything. I'm good.
I guess you can say you're loving Dubai.
That was a good one. That calls for a very short break before we go live with the sound healer, Lisa Oxford.
Woo! 2, 1.
Do you want to do the... We can listen to that all day. And right now we are joined by a holistic health practitioner who specializes in sound healing and...
Kinesiology, nothing less. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, what a beautiful start to an interview.
So before the interview began, I was going to tell you why you're one of the luckiest from the lot. Now, we know AI is out to get a lot of jobs, but the one job AI can never take is sound healing.
They can't heal us.
Yeah. AI can't heal. That's all on you. So, congrats on AI not taking your job. Because ours is gone. Like, just give it 5 more years and we're out there on the streets.
Well, I'm also a voiceover artist, and of course it can copy your voice, can't it?
Not as well as that beautiful voice. Come on. So thank you so much for joining us. Can you start off by telling us more about what you do? The kinesiology, sound healing, and being a voiceover artist.
Okay, so I'm originally from an HR background, and due to the pandemic, I was ejected from that position, which was a blessing in disguise. And I just thought, I've got all these practices that I've spent so much money investing in myself, energy healing, sound healing. I'm a hypnotherapist. Why don't I just do Lisa? So I'm doing me, and it's been 3 years now, and I'm just living my best life, I have to say, without sounding cheesy.
So you were into sound healing, like you used to go for sound healing sessions before, like attended, and then you started practicing it?
Many, many years ago, I went to a yin yoga and a sound healing session and came away feeling completely different. And then I attended a retreat in Bali with a friend of mine. She ran it, she was from Dubai. And that was when I thought, you know what, she had one of these actually. And I just thought, I love this. And then just certain things happened. I actually learned, I didn't train in the sound, the white sound bowls, the chakra set that I play when I do my cacao and sound healing journeys, I taught myself. But then because everyone says, oh, where did you certify? Because you need a piece of paper. Then I went and did a certification. But I didn't learn anything more than I already was doing. Because I play by ear intuitively, not kind of like from a set. So I'm my main thing publicly is the cacao and sound healing journeys, which you guys experienced.
And loved.
It was so beautiful. Like the whole experience, the whole journey of that. But can you explain to those who are, very skeptical of sound healing and, these forms of meditations and just practices, what exactly does sound healing do to your mind and body?
Okay, so lots of people that are skeptical, as you say to me, oh, I can't meditate, I can't do it, I can't switch off my mind. But with sound, it's so easy because you just lie there, I do everything else. You just need to breathe when certain sounds trigger you because you're out of resonance with them. Sound healing, if you imagine yourself like a radio, just like a radio, we get out of tune and out of balance. And what the sound does is it puts us back in balance through the energy centers, the chakras in the body. Sound has an impact on water, the bubbling up effect. Our body's made up of over 70% fluid and water. So basically it's bubbling you up internally, putting everything in motion and releasing everything, retuning your particular radio wave frequency back into alignment, back into frequency. So you feel yourself again. So you're back in harmony. Everything in life feels easy again. It's great for stress, anxiety, depression. It just makes you feel happy and more of a sense of well-being.
So you said something about chakras. So how many chakras do we have in the body?
Seven. So,
and it tunes all of them all together?
It's a bit like an old-fashioned clock cogs that are spinning back, putting you back into alignments, back into balance with yourself. So, when we're out of balance, you don't sleep properly. You know what it's like when you're just like, ugh.
Yes.
You don't sleep properly, you feel anxious, everyone annoys you, you get really angry easily, maybe you cry more easily. Everything just affects you on a different level. So as soon as you're calm, and particularly I think in this region where everyone's so busy, stressed out. I mean, I have people come to sessions and they sometimes say to me, oh, I'm not sure I can come again. I've been sleeping so much. I'm like, and your problem is?
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, because when you're relaxed, everyone thinks it's not normal, but actually that's the normal.
Yeah.
And then with the cacao, it's yummy, obviously. You remember drinking.
Oh my God, yes.
So this helps to also make you feel amazing. It increases the blood flow around the body and around the heart in particular, helps you to open up, release any stuck trauma and emotion that you're holding on to. It also activates tryptophan, which is the amino acid our body needs to produce dopamine and serotonin, the happy chemicals. So often, antidepressants, they activate serotonin in the body. So it's like you're having a cup of kind of like well-being, right?
Happiness.
Happiness, yeah, in a cup. Hug in a mug.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe that mug. Let's fill it up.
You'd be pretty high off that one.
I'm sure you will chug it all down.
It also activates your, connects your heart and mind. So you can gain clarity in your life. Because, sometimes when you just feel a bit lost and, you're not sure what to do about a relationship maybe, or your job, or direction in life. So many people say to me, after the session, I know what I need to do now. I've got my answer. Because the answers are all deep within us. We're just so busy living that you don't often stop, reconnect with yourself, and then you know what to do. You know when you, all those times when it's like, you know, I knew I should have done that. But you didn't do it because you didn't stop and actually just check in with yourself and get the answer.
So these sessions, they practically like cleanse your chakras, and does it cleanse your aura as well? And through that, are you able to like just attract more positivity and more of like, because we did like a session of manifestation before we got into like your sound bowls, right? So how did the two come into play?
Well, basically, it's once you're retuned and you're back in balance, you're going to feel happy again, aren't you? So when you're happy, you're positive about life. You're not going to be negative about life, are you? So it's not, I don't like to look at things as right, wrong, good, bad, positive, negative, because everything happens to you from what you're putting out, you're getting back. I mean, look, when I came out of the corporate world, we'd been in lockdown. I'd been giving sessions free online to like globally. I was quite big in Kuwait and Pakistan and Brazil during lockdown.
These are 3 random locations.
And of course, all my friends back in the UK were tuning in, and obviously here. And people come to my sessions now off the back of meeting me online on Facebook and Instagram when I was streaming live from my living room with my cats running around behind me. It was hilarious. I had a chair, a bread bin, 2 phones propped up. All sorts was going on in the background, as you know when you're live streaming.
I saw the video of you just trying to stay so calm and zen, and the cat is like
doing its thing, catting about. Well, so how do you think it's impacted you in your own personal life, and how long did it take for you to see changes within you that you're like, oh my God, I like where this is going and what it's doing to me?
Look, when I first started doing me per se, it was obviously quite stressful, you know, setting up, you know, being an entrepreneur, setting up your own business is always a little bit unsettling at first, because when you're used to, I mean, all my life I've had a salary popping in my bank account at the end of every month. Now it was down to me. More recently, the big changes that I've noticed have been through Touch of Health kinesiology, which I've just certified with the IKC. Now that has been transformational in a big way.
What is
I
that?
love it.
It's like the very first time hearing of this.
She's finding it hard to pronounce it.
Kinesiology?
Okay, she can.
Anyway.
She got me there. Can you clarify what kinesiology
So
is?
kinesiology, often people know kinesiology from when you talk to the arm and ask your arm questions. Should I eat this food? Should I not eat this food? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? But what it does on a deeper level than this is, you know, when you want to make a decision to do something, or the classic is you have a toxic person in your life. No, that's it. I'm done with them. And then you see your friends, oh, well, you know, I didn't mean to, but it's because your body's not supporting you in your decisions. So once your body supports you in whatever it is that your head wants to do, life changes. So what we do is we come up with a goal statement as to what you would like to achieve better in your life, whether it's in your relationship, at work, focus, concentration, stop craving things, sugar maybe, caffeine, alcohol, whatever it is. We anchor that then into the body, and then when the body supports this, that's when your life changes. I guess it's kind of, it's not hypnotherapy, but I prefer this over hypnotherapy for making massive changes. Which I'm also a hypnotherapist, yes. But it's not my favorite.
Cup of cocoa.
No.
Oh, exactly.
Cup of cacao.
Yeah, sorry.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, right.
Ching-ching. Oh, anyway.
Like my body was so ready for that sound.
Oh,
Do
sorry.
it. It's like angels.
You know, it's like home time for school. It brings that out from inside me. No, I wish it was that. It was way too intense, but it brings that same sense of joy.
I guess. No, not really.
Not really, no. Okay. Sorry, what were we going to ask?
I don't know now.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well,
like you said it anchors these, like, I don't know, what's the word? Like,
Your goal
discipline
statements.
into your body, right?
Yes.
How does, like, what are a few tips, like, you can just share as to what you were taught on how that works? Because it's so difficult. Like, it's so much easier said than done, right? Like, when your body and your mind are in sync, like, you're able to do a lot of things.
Well, obviously, when I do this practice with you, I'll go through and balance all the muscles in the body, which are connected to the organs, right? And then you might be holding a memory from something that happened, traumatic, emotional in the past. Your mind's forgotten it, but it's stored somewhere in the body. Every cell in the body has a memory. So you're either vibrating back with the sound, or with the touch of health kinesiology, we're finding where the root cause emotion is in the body, and we're detoxifying it and then balancing and strengthening all the muscles in the body to recognize whatever it is your goal statement, whether it's financial independence, like I said, whether it's stop craving sugar, you want to be more focused. Everyone's got their thing that's holding them back,
Is one session enough, or do you recommend people come to you for like 3, 4?
It's up to you. I'm not one of these people that will sell you a package of things, because it's up to you what you want to do. You can come for one session, see how things change, because you'll just notice that you'll be different. It might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of weeks, and then you'll be like, oh, actually, I'm reacting differently now in this situation, or I'm getting up more easily in the morning, or I'm actually going to the gym now. I've got a personal trainer. I'm not eating rubbish anymore. I'm making more healthy choices. I'm getting that right body for me, finally, where I've been trying for years and years and years, and I just wasn't achieving it because your body wasn't supporting you in what you wanted to do.
Sorry, what were we gonna ask?
I just want to ask, like, you have all these people who suffer from, like, bad muscle pains, back pains, leg pains, Alzheimer's. Do you feel like meditation and like these kind of holistic healing practices is like the right way to go for them? Like, you have your medical treatments, but then do you also need these treatments, more holistic ones?
The holistic treatments are becoming bigger and bigger now. That sound therapy in particular. I mean, I do lots of corporate events now because companies are starting to come on board with the whole, looking after employees. And sound is a really...
About time.
Hello. Sounds really simple. People say, I do a session for one of the 5-star hotels on the beach for the hotel guests once a week. And often people see the towels being laid out and they're like, oh, is it yoga? I'm like, no, it's easier than that. You just need to lie there. So for corporates, less effort. Because everyone likes the easy way out, right? So everyone just lies down. As long as there's a space, or I'll rent one of the centres that I collaborate with. So it's really nice.
No, in terms of like for physical pain, like, you think it's something that, because I know like this is a lot of mental
clarity.
Mental clarity, and helps you like overcome your obstacles like within yourself, but physically as well, can it heal you in that sense?
Yes, because pain's just stuck emotion.
Okay.
You think, sometimes when you've got a neck or a shoulder pain, you can think, actually, I was just talking to someone on the phone just now, and it's probably not because you were going like this, probably because they're a bit of a pain in the
neck. Well, all these practices, how far back do they go in history? Like, where do they stem from?
Thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And the cacao, that goes back thousands of years. And chocolate, there's actually a book on how chocolate can heal your life. Obviously not Twixes and Mars bars, but... Sorry, Sim. Yeah, so... Damn it.
Oh my God, everything I know is wrong.
You're also the chocolate queen, right?
I am a bit of a chocolate queen.
Do you want to explain that story?
Well, the funny thing is, about 20 years ago, obviously I'm from the UK, but I lived in Perth for a while in Australia. When I moved to Dubai, which was a 2-week stopover, and then I ended up staying, it'll be 20 years in August.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Wow.
I used to send big slabs of Galaxy back to my friends' children in Perth. They nicknamed me the Chocolate Queen. Who would have thought?
That is so cool.
All these years later, I really would be.
They manifested this for you.
They did. Do you believe in the power of manifestation?
100%.
Any tips for that and how to approach manifesting goodwill?
I manifested myself out of my job. I was lying on a sunbed for 2 weeks after lockdown, thinking, after being at home, it was great. Well, I don't know, it was for me. Great, I could spend more time with my cats, working from home. It was lovely. And I was lying on a sunbed at the Waldorf thinking, I really wish I could spend more time at home. I really wish I could do what I love for a living. I really wish. July the 15th. Oh, it's your turn. And I was wearing a mask, obviously, because I was HR manager, so I'd obviously made some redundancies. And I remember my MD looking at me, waiting for me to react, and I was grinning behind my mask, thinking, here we go. I did it. I've done it. I didn't do it on purpose, kind of thing. But when I look back, I'm thinking, yeah, of course I manifested it.
Yeah.
But you just have to, whatever it is that you want, you need to visualize it and imagine it and feel it and live it like it's reality now, because then your body will believe it. It's like when you go into an exam or something, you're thinking in your head, I can't do it. Well, then you won't, will you?
Yeah.
If you're thinking, it's fine, I've got this. If you're confident about things, but this is the thing, as human beings, we're often not. So this is where the well-being of sound healing, cacao journeys, and then the touch for health kinesiology. If your body is in sync and supporting you, it's going to be fine.
So beautifully said. Now, before we wrap up the interview, just one last question. Anyone really struggling? What are the few tips you give all your clients? Like, it's a very generic thing, but something that's generic but works. Few tips to just really center yourself.
Breathing, and get yourself to something, whatever your thing is that makes you feel good. Whether it's a yoga session, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's a cacao and sound journey, whatever is your thing that you can make time for, but you have to make time for yourself, even if it's half an hour in the morning where you just sit on your balcony or in the garden and just have some time to just zen out and just be within yourself, connect.
Well said. Well, if people want to look for you, where can they find you?
So my Instagram, obviously, Lisa Oxford Wellness. I do sessions at Kiani Wellness, which is in Almanara, beautiful centre. Yoga House in the Greens. We often do retreats, but now it's a bit too hot for that, so it won't be till probably October now in Almalaya. And where else? Prana House in Motor City.
Wow.
And I do lots of private events and corporate events, so people would need to contact me directly for those.
Amazing.
I need one of those, I'll tell you that much.
We all do. Guys.
Lisa, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course. Pleasure's all ours. I'll tell you that much. Guys, that is it from us. Casey's back tomorrow, but Simran will be here. Same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.